I mean, of course we'll have to start shooting stuff in here because they just gave us the gun. I'm assuming it's going to be kind of the same setup as Deadly Premonition 1. I wonder if it's just going to be weird zombies again. Oh.
You holding up okay, CLG?
So cold.
You sure you don't want to wait outside?
I'll be fine, Daddy. Just make sure you don't take your eyes off of him.
He's a weirdo.
He's so selfish and inconsiderate. I'm still not convinced he's actually a real FBI agent. Look, he's talking to himself again.
You're being very rude.
This is the ambiguous zero, the deep freeze. Let's hurry up and find that flying serpent, shall we?
So I guess we're just looking for, like, a dragon-related thing. Head to the morgue. I like that they still called it the morgue. Excuse me, sir? Okay, he doesn't care. Maybe this won't be a dungeon. Well, I say dungeon.
Hey, Mr. York. You sure you want to keep investigating this place even though we know the body ain't here?
Of course, Melvin. The skeletal gentleman gave me an oracle, remember?
It's Skella what?
Skella what now?
He's just joking, Daddy. You can't take him seriously.
Huh? Well, was that really a joke, Mr. York? Well, I'll be. I see you've been hiding some real charm into that whole FBI routine.
Sorry, Melvin, but I'm dead serious.
Whatever, he's probably still joking. I like how Melvin's acting like we're the weird ones when he does the in a world where whatever movie thing. One man will find Alligator gar scale in a deep freeze storage unit. I like that we're wearing our cold suits though.
Oh, good God almighty. This place always gives me goosebumps, no matter how many times I come here.
Yes, it's quite the fun house. Truly a dazzling place.
Whatever you say, York.
Neat entertainment. That's the only way to describe it.
Is it, York?
Woven together by life, frozen in time, a visceral, musical...
Symphony. We eat all this in order to survive.
Yes, truly a symphony. Life and death, resonating together.
Yeah, it's really cool.
See, Patricia's a weirdo too.
Cool. Whoa now, CLG. Since when were you interested in this kind of stuff?
What are you so surprised for, Daddy? I'm more mature than you are. I've seen way more realistic corpses on CSI, you know.
Oh, man.
You don't even know if they were realistic corpses.
At first, Zach, I was shocked by the notion of storing a victim's body alongside food. But as I gaze upon this hanging garden, I realize it's just another scene of violent, depraved murder.
Man's the real monster for eating meat.
Yes. All we need to do is change our point of view, and things will expose themselves in utterly new ways.
This cold storage music is pretty tight. Is that where I came in from? I don't know exactly what I'm looking for, but I'm gonna find some catfish tail here. And just walk into some meat. Look at those frogs. Those are very large frogs. Do they have large frogs like that in Louisiana? They're massive. Well, I guess that's where I need to go. I'm gonna just walk into all this meat still. Climb this fence. Can't climb that fence. I guess over here is where the storage happened. Just assuming this is where they stored the body. We're gonna walk in here and
Melvin,
Usher's still gonna be
I'd like to
here.
take this opportunity to ask you a personal question. In the hotel parking lot, when I first met you, the picture you had on your dashboard happened to catch my eye.
I didn't even see it. Oh.
Was that your wife?
Oh, her? Yeah, that's my lady, all right. Candy. Her name's Candy. The prettiest girl in town, which makes me the happiest boy. A shooting star landed in a rural town, right on top of a man who now has a meteor struck hard.
Melvin, you gotta stop this.
You always keep her photo with you?
You bet I do. The truth is, Candy's a little sick right now. She can't even leave the house no more.
It's because she's been taking the ruse drug.
So I always keep her photograph with me. Kinda feels like we're always together, you know?
I see. You care for your wife a great deal. But this means that
Yeah, that's right. My mama had me before she married Daddy. But it don't matter. He's still my real daddy to me.
Aw, ain't that sweet.
Oh, thank you, CLG. And you're my pride and joy.
well, Zach, isn't this a heartwarming scene?
Heartwarming in the
But there's
cold.
one thing I just can't get out of my mind. Don't you think that photograph looked a bit too old?
Yeah, I was gonna say, I hope this isn't another situation
Perhaps
like
Candy
in
is
the first
already-
game.
No, let's not think about that. It might be a private matter, just like you, Zach.
I probably should save. Does it still cost money? Didn't tell me it costs money. It wasn't ever like too much money in the first place whenever you used a payphone. Okay, well that's the crime scene. I don't think there's much reason to actually explore, so we'll just go and do that. I mean, like, of course you'd want to investigate if the body's missing. Look, there's even footprints. Is that Bigfoot?
Here we are, Zach. The morgue. They stored the victim's body in a cold storage warehouse operated by her family. I'd love to shake the hand of whoever came up with that one.
Hey, Agent.
His name's Swery. Swery came up with
Did
it.
you just come here to laugh at rural officers who are doing the best they can?
Yes.
We don't have
It's
any
hilarious.
special facilities like you people. What else did you expect us to do, huh?
Have a morgue.
Don't compare us with city folk. This is Le Carré. Or maybe you're just disappointed that you didn't get to see the bloated, decomposing corpse of a young girl.
Yes, I am disappointed. And also, the Greenvale was a small town
Sorry,
too.
you're right. I went a bit too far just now. But don't misunderstand. I honestly think it's a fantastic idea. I'd never try and bully your daddy.
I would never bully your dad.
Better not.
Thank you for understanding.
There's a shiny over there. I want to go pick it up. Quest updated. Shiny. Black bass scale. Tight. Okay, I just have to crouch. How can I ever get past the do not cross tape? I've done it. I solved the mystery. So the footprints are very clear. I just wanted to see if there was maybe anything else. They are very big. Look at York's feet. Okay, so this is still kind of the same as the beginning of the game. That icicle seems very important.
An icicle? Never thought I'd see one of these down in the south.
I figured it out.
Boxes that got left behind. I can't tell what's inside.
Cardboard
What do
boxes
you
are
think,
inside.
Zach? I'm gonna go with okra. Yeah, okra. I'm sure it must be okra. That's a staple of the South.
Pretty confident on that one, York. What about the hanging light?
Zach, can you see that? Look closely.
Oh, it actually has stuff on it.
That's right. There are 4 imprints in the frost on the top of this.
How do you see that? York, how did you see
Hard
that?
to believe, but I think these are fingerprints. Yes, Zach, that would lead one to believe that the body napper is a giant who's over 10 feet tall.
Right, that's why the footprints would be like that, because it's an oak-sized.
Look at the thermometer, Zach. It's at 10 degrees Fahrenheit, or minus 12.2 degrees Celsius. This must not be the ambiguous 0.
So, coincidence?
These pallets are a mess. Looks like this area isn't used often.
It's used for a morgue.
Still, the idea to store a body here. It's a novel, sophisticated idea, unlike anything I'd ever come up with.
Oh, more cardboard.
Forgotten boxes. Looks like shelled headless shrimp. When were these boxes brought here? And when will they be taken away? Zach, can you feel it? The perpetual, unstoppable flow of time.
I'm feeling it. Styrofoam.
Boxes of the past or presence of the future. Either way, this is a curious time capsule.
Real nice of York to just be waxing poetics about boxes in a freezer.
This frost is shaped like something we're very used to seeing. That's right, a body bag. Lisa's body must have been left here.
So she wasn't an ice cube that was cut up before?
But there are no signs that the bag was dragged away. So our criminal must possess monstrous strength. Zach, these are human footprints, and they're extremely large.
Patricia mentioned like a bloated body, but I would assume she doesn't actually know what the body looks like because she is a child and probably should not have seen the body. I'm just trying to figure out whether or not, like, I guess where events are in this.
Yes, Zach, I agree. These footprints must belong to someone who's used to walking around in cold temperatures.
We did it! It's a Yeti! It's a Yeti Frankenstein.
Seems
Who
like
eats
our
the
flying
vampires.
serpent
I mean the
is here.
Draculas.
Is this everything, Melvin? There aren't any other rooms in this warehouse? No special rooms?
Well, there is the luxury foods warehouse.
We fill it with flying serpents.
Luxury foods? Why didn't you say so earlier?
You don't think the dragonflies on the logo is supposed to be the flying serpent, do you?
Just thought you wanted to see where the body... I just thought you were only interested in warehouse number 2. Besides, it's underground, so it's even colder than this. You sure you really want to go down there? You could darn well freeze to death. All life will come to an end in the icebound zone.
Stop doing that with their hands.
You feel me?
Let's head there at once. I'm sure that must be where we're meant to go.
Yeah, because then that would be the absolute
But what
zero.
about searching for Lisa's body?
All we need to do is find a 10-foot tall man with monstrous strength. That giant knows where she is.
It's gonna be Az from Pokemon X and Y.
10 foot tall?
But finding the flying serpent is more important right now. Now please, guide me to the luxury foods warehouse at once. These luxury foods are most likely being used in local Cajun cuisine. I'm so excited to see what we'll find. Aren't you, Zach?
Now are we gonna have a combat zone? I'm just expecting it to come up. There'll be like frost alligators.
A 10-foot tall giant?
Did you see the footprints?
All right. Now that one's gotta be a joke. Right, Mr. York?
I guess we won't respond to that one. There has to be like secrets. Or not. It actually doesn't even look like I'd be able to enter. Can I look at a map of this spot specifically? Switch? No, that just switches zones. Okay, whatever. We'll just go down there and the 10-foot giant will be hanging
The
out.
elevator needs a key, Mr. York.
Do you have one?
Actually, no. I didn't think you'd ever want to go down there. So I didn't bother to go and get one.
Well, then would you go and get one now?
No.
Yeah. COG, I know. I'll tell it to him straight. Thing is, Mr. York, you know the Clarksons? The folks who own this place? Well, they don't too much like the police.
Well, it's a good thing I'm
They
FBI.
sure as hell don't like them when they're my color.
Oh, really?
It was, real hard for me to get permission to open up this place for you to search through. So they ain't gonna be too happy if I go back to them now, asking for another key.
What should we do then?
Let's just find a worker here who can lower the elevator for us instead. All they need to do is take a break from their work for a couple minutes.
And what am I supposed to do? Just stand here and pretend like nothing's happening?
Yeah, you FBI folks are good at that, right? That's always what I see you doing on TV.
This is real life, child, not television. Are we gonna have to, like, help one do their job? Yo, but for real, the music's sick. Look at that little sneaky spot. I don't know why these scales are here. I've done it. I've crouched. I kind of wish you could run better.
Zach, I think we can move this. Better check back here as well, just to be on the safe side.
Here I go, moving things. No, can I not do what I just did? Alright, I've escaped from that. Nothing around here. Just a guy hanging out. I see a shiny. Any chance... See, crawfish shells. I knew there were crawfish here. Any chance to raise my stamina is going to be something I would love to do. I want to move it, like, left and right. Yeah, I think I need to... Nope. Can I... Maybe that's good enough, because I think I can go around... So I want to move it like this. No, please. Having some troubles with these. Crouch. Yeah, I wanted to make sure this wasn't in my way. I was correct in my assumption. I just wanted to make sure that I had, like, a very clear path, but I guess I didn't need it to be that clear. Be able to move this like this. I've done enough strength puzzles in Pokemon that I know if I can move things left and right, I have, like, unlimited potential. But I guess I didn't actually need to do what I did there because this had room to be pushed. I just wanted to do some crazy stuff. Is this like a quick way out? Yeah, because this is where I crawled through before. And there's something here too. This might be a secret. Maybe trading cards. Or stamps. Whatever those might be. Or a bullfrog tongue. This is a really sloppy place if all of these items are just hanging out.
Zach, the human ability to adapt is a frightening thing. Some humans have the power to sleep anywhere as long as they set their minds to it.
Am I just gonna steal it? Oh, I'm picking it up off the ground, so it's not stealing.
Now we should be able to operate the elevator. No need to worry. This facility no longer has a body to steal. What else do they have to lose? A few cans of crawfish? I feel bad for him, but it's for the sake of the investigation. I'll write him a letter of apology later.
I guess that's just convenient so we wouldn't have to say, I'm FBI, give me your key. And he'll be like, you're a weird fella, FBI man. Alright, I did it. I unlocked the puzzle.
Mr. York, did you find a key? Ha! Now that's my special agent. There ain't no stopping you. Wanna head straight down?
Yes.
You bet. Let's sally forth, Melvin.
It looked like he was not walking either. I think everyone just starts sliding sometimes. Maybe I'm just seeing things. This game is somewhat exhausting.
Zach, look at that thermometer. 0 degrees Fahrenheit.
Okay, so yeah, this is
Or minus 17.
probably where we have to be.
Degrees Celsius. This is the ambiguous 0.
Hey, Avery! Open the damn door, Avery!
Is he listening to something, or is he like a scary zombie man? I'm waiting for the red vines to show up over
Ain't no
doors,
use, Mr. York.
so that like you can't escape because you got a
Once
battle.
Avery starts working on something, that's all he sees. He just tunes out everything else. We'll have to wait until he finishes and comes out to us, I reckon. Or we could come back tomorrow.
Never.
I disagree, Melvin. Time may be on our side, but that doesn't mean we should waste it. You gave me Mr. Alligator precisely for moments like these.
To
didn't you?
shoot a man.
Wait, Mr. York! Those tranquilizers may be non-lethal, but it's still dangerous to use them on humans.
Of course, Melvin. I never said I was going to shoot him.
Gonna shoot the alligator
Gonna
head?
shoot some meat to get his attention.
That seems just as dangerous.
I'm right, ain't I?
And also, if shouting at him doesn't get his attention, I don't know how that would. Also, Patricia, I don't like you, feeling like you know me. That's a lot of money. She hates it. Don't worry, I think that was one of the, stamps I can get is breach of contract. I like that how she just, like, wags her finger at me, like, don't shoot me, mister. That ain't right. It's gonna, like, crush his skull. I wanted it to be like that scene from Hot Fuzz where the spire from the roof crushed that guy's skull, but instead it's the alligator head, and then it's like he has his own alligator head, and it'd be funny.
This is Mr. York, an agent from the FBI.
Hi, Avery. I'm Special Agent Francis York Morgan. Please, call me York.
York, you a smarty pants?
Yeah. I don't like that his eyes have the veins in them. I'm sure everyone has the veiny eyes, but I just noticed it with him.
Looks. Come on, just settle down, Avery. Tell him what this here place is for.
The alligator head was just rolling.
Expensive food here. Yup. Mighty precious to the Clarksons, so I gotta guard it.
I see. So you're this area's keeper.
Oh, I help with the research too. I do like research.
Research?
Look at that
What are you
head just
talking
going
about, Avery?
nuts.
This doesn't look like a lab to me.
I think it stopped, but like there's no way that would have
no
rotated like that
lab.
naturally.
It's a warehouse. Ain't no lab. Smarty pant scientist does the research. I ain't no smarty pants, no.
He's a bit slow in the mind, but he ain't a bad guy.
It doesn't seem that slow, really. Like he talks I guess,
Story
like
about
you
the
would
giant
expect,
who carried
but
Lisa. Don't tell me you think it's him. I mean, it's true that he's free to come and go as he pleases in this warehouse, but
No, as far as I can tell, he's just a bit over 6'5". The one who moved Lisa's body must be at least 10 feet tall. He's clearly too short.
too short, huh? Well, if you ever happen to find a man who makes him look small, I'd sure like to meet him.
I wouldn't. That sounds scary.
Lise.
Oh.
Hey, cut it out!
Lise. Why?
Avery, that's not Lise.
Not Lise?
It's clearly a small child.
This is Melvin's daughter, and my precious assistant. Unfortunately, Elise is no longer with us.
Lise. Lise.
No.
My fault. My fault.
I guess he's sort of like Lise, you know? See, the poor fella's got himself a childlike mind. You know how normal kids tease other kids in order to get attention? Well, with this big lug, sometimes folks who don't know him too well see something and end up calling the police. But I know that deep down, he's got a good heart. Hey, Mr. York, I'll keep him busy, but I'd appreciate it if you'd hurry this particular inspection along. Just holler at me if you find anything. I reckon that'll make it easier for you to go do your thing, yeah?
Melvin, I think you're finally starting to catch on.
Just let me do anything I want, Melvin, and everything will go great. So, like, obviously, he's not the giant we're looking for. But considering how big he is, you would think, what was her name? Alexis would at least have maybe thought that he was what, Lise was talking about. As far as, like, a tall oak man. Like, at the very least, there is one person here that you would look at and say, just maybe that's the tall one. Alright, what's going on here?
There are torn off claws and legs scattered all over the ground. I doubt they'll fly anytime soon. I can't tell which ones are from crawfish and which parts are from shrimp. How about you, Zach?
I would assume maybe crawfish, or can shrimp get that big? Those are big legs.
And Dewey. Now here's some real Cajun cuisine. The way these sausages are linked up, they almost look like a serpent. But it's hard to imagine them flying. Let's move on, Zach.
Can I talk to you guys about anything?
I'll keep an eye on him while we're here. Just relax, Avery. We'll get out of your way as soon as we're finished.
I'm assuming Avery saw something. Alligators can't fly.
Hung alligators.
Unless if
I
that's
suppose
because
in a
it's
way,
hung.
they sort of look like flying serpents. But that's pushing it. Remember, we're in a dark basement here. They'll never reach the sky.
That's very vague. Are you talking about like a vent? Because that's serpent-like in shape. Oh, dragonfly. I was right. It's the dragonfly. Unless if that's not the correct answer, but...
Frozen oysters. Personally, I'd rather have a cocktail filled with fresh ones. We hunt for more materials than we can eat, and freeze them over long periods of time. The human race gives terror a whole new meaning.
Oh, it's crawfish tail. I was like, I thought we were going to inspect the cage.
Cans of Holy Trinity paste.
Pace is like a dragon.
Onions, bell peppers, and celery. The absolute basics for any Cajun dish. This product combines them all into some sort of paste. Oof, people actually buy this garbage? Even the name sounds idiotic. Zach, I just made an eternal promise with myself. If I ever happen to come across any food prepared with this paste, I vow to never call it Cajun food.
You didn't even try it yet, York. It could be good. So yeah, Dragonfly. Which, like, really took us a long time to get to that conclusion.
Avery, this box looks special.
Clarkson food.
Clarkson eats people
For their
because they're
home.
vampires.
Melvin, is this the Clarksons' family crest?
Oh, the dragonfly? Yeah, that's the Clarkson's mark, all right. Ain't no big deal, though. You can find those all over town.
Is that so?
Well, yeah. They pretty much run all of this town's major industries. Yeah, I do believe they own just about everything there is to own. So their word is law.
So they can get away with murder.
They got the whole
Of their
darn town tattooed with their
own
dragon
person, but
flies.
whatever.
Can't even walk a few steps without seeing one.
Zach, this dragonfly is our flying serpent.
I mean, Lise could have, like, figured something out about her family, and they maybe wanted to silence her. I don't think it would go that far,
The
but
flying
just in case,
serpent owns this town.
that's an option.
They're related to Lise Clarkson, our victim. And Hungan's oracle pointed us toward their family crest. The Clarksons must be deeply intertwined with this case.
Like, I feel like that should have just been, like, their assumption from the beginning. But I guess we could take the word
Melvin,
of a
Patricia,
person in a
I
painting.
think I've had enough of this frozen world. Let's head back out to that merciless sun. Well, what are you waiting for? I can't bear to spend another second down here.
Well, I'm glad there wasn't, like, a combat section. I was worried about that since we were given the gun. I mean, obviously it's going to be a thing because we do have health and we have a gun and we can shoot a bunch of alligators if we need to because they're just going to be rampaging the streets. But, you know, I think we'll be fine. I wonder if we can pick up melee weapons. We obviously have a punch, but it used to be a good idea just to whack people with your specialty weapon. So I'd kind of like to just do that if I need to, especially if I'm finding any blue squirrels I want to beat up. Just smash them with a wrench or something.